Welcome back to Enshrouded, everyone. With the water biome update coming out very soon, I wanted to make this quick video to give you some final information as well as a few things to do to prepare and be as ready as possible for when the update releases. So if you're looking for some stuff to do to pass the time while we all wait, because I myself am very excited, I'm sure you are too, then stick around and let's jump in. So as far as the location goes, the water biome is going to be taking place right in between the Albaneve Summits and the Blackmire Forest. It's going to be right in the middle here, where we currently just have some of the deadly shroud that is inaccessible to us. So that's where it is on the map. This is what it looks like from the person view up here. And I recommend that you do a little outpost if you're looking to just kind of dive down into the water biome or get there right away when the update drops. You could place a little flame altar up on one of the peaks here. I'm just on this little peak up here past the dragon skeleton over there. You can also glide down there from Howling Peak. But yeah, this entire area that's just the fluffy red shroud there is going to become the water biome. And so any of these little mountain peaks here would be a really, really great spot to set up a little camp or something along those lines so that you can dive right down into the water biome, because the water biome is going to have a level cap of 45, which is 10 levels above our current cap of 35. So the guess is that the main entrance to it is going to be somewhere off the mountain biome. Whether it's kind of down in the valley right over there, or we might also have some entrances off of like Pike's Port or off of Blackmire as well. There's some possibility for that, but given that the level cap of the water biome is higher, I'm guessing it's going to sort of come chronologically after the mountain biome. So having an outpost or a flame altar somewhere on the mountainside, kind of close to that balefire area right up there, this is going to be probably where we'll see the main entrance to the water biome. So, hey, if you want to have a easier chance and faster chance of just gliding down in, feel free to put an altar here. I myself am probably just going to keep my altar on Howling Peak because for the sake of content and everything, I want to go through like the official entrance to the water biome when it launches, and I'm less about just needing to like dive right down into the middle of it in case I miss quests and progression on all of that. But yeah, this is where it's going to be taking place, just so you know, in terms of building a little outpost, a little place to get your rested buff or whatever in the mountain biome. And then as far as skills and things that you should sort of learn before the water biome, get good at puzzles. Do the hollow halls and really get good at finding all kinds of secrets, secret passages, doorways, getting through the spike traps, all of that stuff. Because rather than being more difficult combat-wise, I think the water biome is going to be more difficult when it comes to all of the puzzles and challenges. We see a lot of clips of where you have to swim underwater, you have a timer for how long you can hold your breath underwater, and because of that, you're on a time limit to find all of the buttons and solve all the puzzles to basically escape these temples and everything. So that's something that I advise you to get good at, get used to, is getting all the puzzles down, because I think that's where the main challenge for the water biome is going to lie. And then also make sure you have your flame altar fully strengthened to the maximum level and have the previous hollow halls and everything complete, because with the update we will be seeing the mountain biome hollow halls added, as well as a water biome hollow halls. And to access certain shroud areas in the water biome, I'm going to guess that you need your flame altar upgraded or strengthened to the maximum level there. So that's something that you could do, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to having the mountain hollow halls as well. So this is going to be a pretty big update. So yeah, that's the skills side of things. I don't think you need to worry about much in the way of the skill tree here. I think, you know, if you like whatever you want to be, a tank, I really like the mage, and I will do a video at some point for my mage build, but they might be doing some tweaks and things to the skill tree, so I've kind of been waiting for videos like that because yeah, they have a lot of plans to add more and tweak more with the skill tree and everything between now and then their 1.0 release in the spring of next year. So, but yeah, be whatever, you know, whatever skills you want to have. I'd say, especially for exploration, I really like having the extra rested buff, especially if you don't have a really high rested value place, you know, a little outpost where you can get that rested buff. I like double jump, I like updraft, you know, some of the basic things. Otherwise, though, skill tree wise, I don't think you have to worry about anything or change anything around specifically for the water biome. With the introduction of the water biome, we might see some skills that help with maybe swim speed or underwater breath time, as well as some rings that could help out with underwater breath time. And speaking of rings, that could lead me on to some of the gear that you might want to focus on for the water biome. The biggest thing that I can think of right now is the Ring of the Burning Light. Make sure you have this. We see a lot of clips of dark places underwater, and I'm guessing, at least right now in the game, we don't have a torch that really works in the rain or underwater. So they might be adding some special type of torch or other light sources that work underwater, but we know this Ring of Light isn't going to go out no matter what, and I advise you to get it. And maybe that keeps you occupied until the water biome comes out, because this Ring of Light is a rarer item. It's hard to come by. I don't find many of them. Some people have found them in the Nomad Highlands hollow halls. I think one of the chests in there has a chance to give these. So yeah, be looking around in some of the legendary chests and do a lot of exploration in the later game biomes and stuff. And hopefully you will come across this burning Ring of Light fairly easily. But yeah, it is a rarer drop, so spend some time looking for it. Make sure you have all of that. Make sure you have good food and things along those lines. And then, of course, also make sure you bring your tools, steel pickaxe, steel axe. There's going to be all kinds of new harvestable resources, new terrain materials, new blocks, all kinds of things like that. And again, as I said earlier, getting good with puzzles, get good at looking in very strange places. The devs have mentioned there being like treasure behind waterfalls and all kinds of stuff along those lines. So yeah, it should be a very fun hunt for treasure, for gold, for new resources, all kinds of things. So yeah, have your harvesting tools, things along those lines. Also a rake, because we will be able to sort of manipulate the terrain and the way the water flows and everything within a flame altar. So yeah, make sure you've got tools. The more up to date they are, which the steel tools are currently the best, the faster and easier you'll be able to harvest the new resources for your next builds. And as far as the building goes, there are a few things that you could start doing to prepare for the water update. One of which is if you want to get started on building some kind of a fisherman's house. I think I might want to build mine in the water biome, but if you plan on bringing water to your existing base, then I think there will be a fisherman NPC added, as we have heard. So that could be a really fun build to get started on, or start thinking about how you might want to build a fisherman's hut for the new NPC. And then also, you could start thinking about existing water in your builds. I know we all really like to use the ice to create water features in the builds, so I myself have already been thinking about how I might want to have the real water from the water biome incorporated into my existing forest village build here. And especially in places like the waterfall and everything, if we can build the water wheel and have that, I would love to start preparing the ice area in here to accept water, which means, yeah, I gotta kind of redo some more things and use my pickaxe and some blocks and delete all this ice and get ready for the water again. It's weird because there's also a nostalgia around using the cobwebs and snow and ice and stuff to create our own water. You know, the memories before the update, right? But yes, at least for the waterfall parts and some of the lake and everything, I would love to have some real water in here. So start thinking about that when you have some time and stuff, where you might want water to be in your existing base. And in terms of other builds, aside from a fisherman NPC house, you could start thinking about possibly like currency and market style builds, because we do see the gold in the trailers and clips for the water biome, and gold could be like a new currency to be able to trade either with NPCs. I'm not sure how it's fully going to work, but sort of a market style build. We have all kinds of cool build pieces and props to create these market style builds and market stalls. So yeah, thinking of how you might want to create like a fish stand or a fish market or something like that, since we can take the fish to our base and do that. And we might be seeing the introduction of clear or translucent blocks with the water biome, because of the fact that they have the clear water, we might be seeing like a glass block, for example. So an aquarium style build, something like that are things that you could definitely think about and start planning if you'd like. And then one more thing related to the building is if it's anything like the previous update with the mountain biome, we got an addition of 2 more flame altars. I'm hoping for another 2 more with how big the water biome update seems, with how ambitious it is. I'm gonna guess we'll at least see another 2 more flame altars added, which will be a really nice thing for added altars for exploring and all. So again, make sure your current altar is strengthened as fully as it can be so that you have those extra altars available to you when the update drops. And I know myself and my community are very excited to have those extra altars if we get them for the community server to give people more options for building and all of that. And by the way, if you'd like to join our Enshrouded community server, it is available to all bronze members here on the channel or on Patreon. So feel free or ask any questions about it in our Discord server. And you can join that through the link in the description. But anyway, I want to just make this quick video of giving you some things to think about, especially the Ring of Light and the location of it and all of that good stuff. Get your creative juices flowing and planning and all of that stuff. Maybe I'll do another live between now and the water biome. Just doing some prep work, sorting out my inventory, all of that good stuff. And with that said, I will see you all next time. All right, cheers everyone.